Question: when do you wake up? How do you start the day? Do you shower? Brush your teeth? What is your get ready with me like? Some people start the day off with prayer or with shower. Others start the day off with coffee. Coffee has become a staple in the American culture. It has become a part of internet meme culture. Coffee is everywhere. When you think of coffee, what comes to mind? Donuts, maybe, but a good majority of you probably thought of a green mermaid, the Starbucks logo. Starbucks was first established by three friends in Seattle of 1971. They really liked the name of a sailor from Moby Dick named Starbuck. After slapping an S at the end, they opened Starbucks Coffee, Tea, and Spices. Now, over 50 years later, Starbucks has over 8,000 locations in the United States, while expanding globally. As impressive as this may seem, it is obvious that Starbucks has gripped our modern culture. But what if we look at Starbucks from a different point of view? For example, let's look at the iconic green mermaid. First things first, she's not a mermaid. She's a siren, a mermaid with two tails. According to the company website, the founders were searching through old marine books and were called to the siren. Sirens are underwater mythical creatures who attract and seduce sailors with their singing. I guess Starbucks, in a way, seduces people to a coffee addiction. Caffeine addiction, or more like caffeine dependence, is the condition of having a substance dependence on caffeine. There's a reason why God tells Moses the first commandment is, "You shall have no other God before me nor beside me." Coffee lovers can covet coffee, becoming dependent on coffee, and Starbucks, being the coffee giant that it is, profits from human desperation. We asked a few of our friends why exactly do they choose Starbucks.
So why Starbucks?
It's mostly convenient for me to live right down the street and on my way to work.
Because it's good?
Just because it's good?
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like in this town, there's not a lot of like cafes, and usually when there's like cafes, they don't have like everything. So when you go to Starbucks, like whatever you want, they like have it. Then they can like make it into what you want.
I like that you can like just mix and match choices. It's the easiest thing to get because it's everywhere.
I guess that everyone follows the trend of Starbucks.
Also, you buy for the trend?
Like, basically, yeah, because like that's like the most convenient thing that everyone gets.
So, people choose Starbucks because it is convenient. But doesn't the Bible teach us to be obedient, not convenient? 1 Peter chapter 1 verses 14 to 16 say, "As obedient children, do not be conformed to the passions of your former ignorance. But as he who called you is holy, you also be holy in all of your conduct, since it is written, 'You shall be holy, for I am holy.'" Let's expand our point of view to include the entire globe. According to the company website, Starbucks began expanding internationally in 1996 by opening a coffee shop in Tokyo, Singapore, and the Philippines. Now the franchise operates 30,000 locations worldwide in over 77 countries. Each country has a menu that was designed to match the culture and cuisine of the people. Starbucks Brazil sell a Brigadeiro Frappuccino, while Starbucks Japan sell a Sakura Blossom Latte. Now, in Matthew chapter 28, verses 19 to 20, Jesus commands the disciples and all of the church to therefore go and make disciples of all nations, baptizing them in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit, and teaching them to obey everything that I have commanded you. And surely I am with you always to the very end of the age. So, how do we exactly apply the Starbucks business model to the call of the Great Commission? We interviewed a former Starbucks barista to get her point of view of the franchise.
So, Marilyn, how did you like working there?
I liked it / didn't like it. There was some pros and cons, but I definitely overall liked it, that's why I was there for like 2 years. So
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, and the next question is, how does the company tell you to treat the customers?
They tell us to treat them with kindness. The customer is always right. So if we make a mistake or if they make a mistake, it doesn't matter. Like, we're the ones that were at fault, you know? And so we're also not allowed to say you're welcome. We have to say thank you. So if someone says, thank you so much, we have to say, no, thank you. We can't say, you're welcome, because it can come off as, to them, as selfish. We have to say, like, thank you back, because it's selfless. I don't know. That's their perspective, so, yeah.
Okay.
The next time you order a vanilla bean frappuccino with a caramel swirl, ask yourself, why?